Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. That's Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. I'm Tyler Merkovich, bringing you the Battle of the Bays. This game used to be a division rivalry. Green Bay at Tampa Bay, and the Packers are just feasting on a poor schedule. They beat the Browns, beat the Lions up, then they get shown up by the Vikings at home. The offensive line play and running game has been abysmal here. Tampa Bay hasn't gotten any better. They named their first-round draft pick, Josh Freeman, starting quarterback this week. What are your keys to victory for Green Bay here against a winless Bucks?
Keys to victory for the Packers, offensive line, we say this every week, has to show up and protect Aaron Rodgers, who's a good quarterback. They just have to keep him upright. They can't keep him on the move, even though he's really athletic. They just have to do a better job of protecting up front, play with some pride, and earn your money this week. That O-line has to step up. 2, Ryan Grant falls into that same boat. He feasted on the Browns, which is he's supposed to do that. Ryan Grant has to show up this week. Tampa cannot stop the run, so Ryan Grant should have a big game as well. Even Ahman Green should have a big game as well against that Tampa's front four that cannot stop the run. So they have to do that as well. 3rd, the secondary. They can't allow those receivers to get up top because they do have some size. They do have some really good receivers in Tampa with Bryant and Clayton and company and Winslow. So they can't allow those receivers to get separation and make some plays. So the secondary has to stay in the game mentally because they are prone to make some mental mistakes in the secondary. And not just talking about last week with the Vikings, but every week. Even though Charles Woodson is a Hall of Famer in my book, he's an outstanding cornerback. They have to stay in tune with the game mentally.
And it's just not a good fit. Ryan Grant, a power back for offensive line that's just not doing anything. They got to change, get a more shifty, coast to coast guy, or that offensive line needs to be fixed. I think it's offensive line. Tampa Bay, what are they going to do here? Finally go to the second quarterback change. Is Josh Freeman. Are they throwing him to wolves in your opinion? What are your keys to victory for Raheem Morris, who is still seeking his first ever head coaching victory?
Well, the keys to victory for the Bucs, when you have a young quarterback that you're trying to protect, what would you do? Get the running game going. So they're going to have to feed with Cadillac Williams as well as Graham and company and Ward. Those guys are going to have to get that running game going to protect Josh Freeman because the Packers can get after the quarterback and they're going to want to tee off on a rookie. So you have to keep that pressure off him, especially in the 3-4. So you got to utilize those 2 tight ends, Jeremy Stevens as well as Winslow. Going to have to probably do more blocking this week to get that 3-4 pressure off those guys to help with that running game to keep Freeman upright. 2, they're going to have to ease up on that. They're going to have to ease the Packers defense out the box. The way you do that, Freeman is going to have to play NFL ball and throw the football down the field, loosen up that pressure. You can hit some plays in the passing game with those against those linebackers. So your intermediate routes will be open against the Green Bay Packers. They should have some success. 3rd, they're going to have to win the special teams battle. Strouder, big guy return. Clifton Smith, if he's back there healthy, another big guy return. They're going to have to win the special teams battle. Give yourself a half a field to play with offensively. Defensively, the punter is going to have to get these guys, make Green Bay drive the field on you, keep the game close. I like Green Bay on the road. Although I think Tampa is going to show a yeoman's effort. They got it coming off a bye week, so they had 2 weeks to prepare. But I like Green Bay.
Cadillac Williams has been a nice surprise for the Bucs this season, but I like the Packers in a game closer than expected here. For more NFL coverage, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.